is up, Flick fans, and welcome back to my channel. I just watched Adrift. And Adrift stars Shailene Woodley. It is a true story based on a girl and a guy who get stuck at sea. There's a romance aspect, so many things going on here. Did I or did I not like it? All I can tell you is I am never going sailing. Sorry guys, no microphone today. My computer's having some issues, so I hope I can get this edited to you in time. There are some announcements I have at the end of this video, but first, if you guys don't know how my reviews work, I like to talk about the good, the bad, and then give you my score. Let's talk about Adrift. So I just saw this movie, I didn't know what to think. I was a little nervous going in, but you know what? I actually ended up being pretty pleased, or at least surprised, because these movies, the Nicholas Sparks type, you just don't really know what you're getting. Was it going to be too cheesy? Was it going to be too romantic? I think the best thing this movie has going for it is it focuses on the fact that it is a true story. Now, I assumed going in that it was going to take some liberties, but it really didn't end up taking all that many. Oh, and did I say Shailene Woodley starred in this movie? Because she is fantastic. Oh my goodness. She did so many things right here. If the movie was a bit better, I would say there could be Academy Awards, Oscar talk surrounding her performance. I don't think the movie is on that level because I didn't love this film. I liked it. There are definitely some problems, but her performance alone, I think it really carried the film. She kept me engaged almost the entire time, and so did her co-star. He is fantastic. If you guys don't know who he is, he was in The Hunger Games. He's done some great work. He does it again here. I would like to see more of both of these actors. Hopefully, we can get some more things, especially after performances like this. But I think the biggest congratulations I can give right now is to the director. I am not going to try to pronounce their name. It's just not happening. Baltazar. Regardless, he did a great job, and the way that this film was not just shot, but the way that the shots were composed, I thought was really well done, and you feel the tension of everything going on within the storm. I like the way that the story was told. I feel like if it was told just in a normal, average way, then it wouldn't have given us as much of an impact as it actually did. The look, the feel, some of the music, it wasn't great, but overall, I think it fit in pretty well, and just the way that this was shot was really well done. You can feel the intensity when she is going underwater, when the actual storm happens, when the crash happens. Some of the CGI isn't the best, but overall, I loved the look of it and that grayish look. I love the grayish look in movies such as like Captain America the Winter Soldier and this one. I don't know why that's the example I came up with, but that's the first one I thought of. Very similar movies, those two. I think the biggest testament I can give to this film is you feel their relationship blossom. The way that the story is told helps that aspect out. It kind of cuts between things happening. I'm not going to give away exactly how the story is told, but you can probably guess from what I'm saying. I liked that, and I loved what they did with his character. There's not that many other people in the movie, but every now and then a supporting role would come along and I'm like, okay, they're not really, it just sounds like they're reading lines. Shailene and Sam really didn't get that much help in this movie, but there really wasn't that much for other people to do. It was kind of their story, so that was okay. I think the biggest problem I have here is the movie was just really long. It was only like an hour and 30 minutes, but it felt like 2 hours. And not that it took me out of the film, but at points I'm just sitting there like, okay, we could have sped this up. And I don't want to say that we could have taken it down to like an hour 15, because to me that would have been too short for a story like this. I don't know, it was a little boring. I'm glad they cut it off when they did, but I think the biggest problem here is I was just anticipating the big reveal towards the end. I'm not going to say what it is, but the very second the movie started, I'm like, okay, this is what's happening. It's not going to shock me when it happens. Guess what? It happened, and I'm like, okay, And I didn't even know the true story, so I didn't understand that what I was feeling was going to happen was right, but when it happened, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And I said this earlier, some of the CGI with the creatures like the fish and the birds, they just looked very fake to me, and there are moments where I'm like, okay, the practical effects here are fantastic. What they did with the boat and what they did with the crash on the inside of the boat, that was great, but the actual CGI effects, the ocean was good, but the animals were not. They didn't have a big budget, but when you're watching a true story and in the back of your head, it's like, ooh, this feels like a documentary. When that happens, it's like, okay, it's fake. And I know it's a true story, but I feel like they gave us a bit too much backstory. I believed in their relationship like 25 minutes into the movie, but they kept going back to that same fountain and just draining it. And I'm like, okay, I want to focus on what she is doing now, keeping them alive on this boat. And they just really didn't do that. I feel like that's why the movie in parts was a bit of a drag for me. And I hate that because the story itself was very interesting. Overall, the movie was a little slow. They focused on story aspects that I don't think they should have focused on as much, but the directing was great. Shailene Woodley was awesome. The story drug me in. I believed in their relationship, and I am going to give this movie a 68%. A lot better than I anticipated it to be. It didn't fall into those cliched romantic categories. It was very entertaining, and by the end, I'm like, okay, I believe in their relationship, and this is a very good, true story that needed to be told on screen. Once again, Shailene Woodley, you were great. Today's comment spotlight comes from B. Tross on my Upgrade review last night. Thank you so much for the kind words, man. And he said Upgrade could become a possible cult classic, and I completely agree with you. Be sure to leave some comments on this video and give me some thumbs up, because I will definitely start featuring more people on my comment spotlight. I love doing stuff like that, and I am bringing it back. Hey, if you guys don't follow me on Stardust, I am literally posting a review on there every day. So all of the movies that you don't see reviews for on my channel, I am doing them on there. Be sure to get on that app and show it some support. It's a great app. It's so much fun. I love talking about movies, and I do it daily, so be sure to download that. The link is in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to stick around for this weekend, because I've got some cool stuff coming out. You are the absolute best, and I will catch you later.